She told me tonight that she cheated back in March. Me 28M, her 27F, married 4 years this May, together about 4.5 years. No kids, 2 dogs, joint ownership of mortgaged house tonight. My wife engaged me in a conversation that was kind of a follow-up to one we had a couple weeks ago, wherein I told her that I'd been struggling for a while with feelings of not having my sexual needs met. That conversation had went well, and we agreed to work on things. Tonight, she said she's been thinking about that and said she just feels like she can't give what I need. When we married, we said the D word would never be in our vocabulary. We're both Christian and truly believed in living the God-instructed ways of being married. But she said she thinks we both deserve to be happy in this life, as we're both young and obviously not happy now. We've seen an employee assistance program counselor before, but I realized that wasn't the in-depth level of marriage counseling we obviously now needed, and I stated that and said we should first try real counseling like that to make sure we really feel the way we think we're feeling. She's been seeing a therapist on her own for issues from her past with abandonment and neglect by her mom, and I can't remember the details of the conversation here because this is where it happened. But she brought up her counseling and said, "Back in March, I was feeling something and I slept with another guy. That night I told you I was going bowling with my friend from work up the next town up from ours, but I went to see him. It was a mistake." She kind of went on with the original gist of the conversation for a minute, while I had my head in my hands trying to register what I just heard. It was as if the fact that she cheated was a nonchalant matter of fact. I said, "You cheated on me," she said yes. I said, "You had sex with another man," she said yes. I asked who and she said it was a person from her childhood town she knew. She had been talking to him for a couple of weeks beforehand and then made the plans and went up. She said again that it was a mistake, and this is when I got angry. I growled, "Do not say it was a ******ing mistake. You cheated on me. You knew what you were doing." She was speechless and I said I can't be here tonight. And I grabbed my keys and came to my best friend's, I call him my brother, house, and I've been here since, riding the waves of emotions hitting me and trying to comprehend this. She was pregnant in August and had a miscarriage in October. I was so shaken with fury, I immediately worried the child wasn't mine. But she said she used a condom and had had periods since, and I soon thought critically about the fact that she was only at 8 weeks when she miscarried. All that to say, we've been going through the trauma of that too. But we celebrated her pregnancy after she had cheated. She lived that lie with me. Sorry for the long wind. Right now, I just need some support on these initial trauma stages and how to handle my emotions. Edit. I always wondered what it felt like to write one of these edits saying, "Wow, this really blew up." But for real, it did. All of the replies are getting overwhelming to try to engage with them all. But know that I'm reading everything and I appreciate the S out of everything. I'm sitting in the doc's office at the moment waiting to do STD testing. Lawyer consultations scheduled through the rest of the week. Therapy scheduled ASAP this Friday. Tonight, when she comes home, she'll hear that I never should have been the one to leave the house last night, and that she can pack her stuff and vacate for the time being. And I don't care where, ain't my problem now. Story 2. Found that she was cheating on me with a celebrity. I 40, have been married to her 36 for 12 years now. 2 kids. 12F, 10M very bright and wonderful kids. In the past 2 years, my daughter has began to show a bit of a rebellious behavior towards her mother. My daughter would only listen or do when I ask or tell her to. She has a bit of hate to her mom. I wouldn't pay attention too much as her mom would give me a hard time almost every day. I have been on the receiving end of her psychological and emotional abuse for a couple of years. I'm much bigger than her, so I thought I could handle it. But it has taken a toll on my well-being. So we went to therapy in February. She didn't want to go back even though I saw that we made some progress. Our #DB problem kept going on though. Back in June, one day I began to fear that she was cheating on me. You must know that my wife is quite attractive, is quite active on FB and IG, has lots of friends and even goes to concerts with her lady friends. I never thought she would betray me, but my fears got the best of me. One day she left the house to run some errands and forgot her cell on my desk, so I tried to unlock it. I searched her social media and found proof. Hundreds of messages between her and a person with an alias, sexting, pictures, and a video of someone opening an envelope, pulling out a university degree, his daughter's. With the daughter's full name in display, it was easy for me to find out his name. It's all public information. I found that he is a musician and quite the celebrity in my country. I actually liked one of his songs. Not anymore. I created copies of all messages and locked the phone and left it on the same place she left it. BTW, the errands were exactly what you were thinking. That day I didn't say anything, but the wife noticed that I was sad. That same night she would hug me and tell me she doesn't like to see me sad. Her efforts to comfort me only fueled my anger. But I kept the real reason to myself. The next night when my kids were dreaming, I calmly told her that I wanted a divorce. She was shocked. When asked for a reason, I said one word: infidelity. She denied everything, but I countered with the name and alias of her lover. She said I was overreacting and that nothing had happened. I countered by reciting word by word what that had been talking about on the day before. Then I told her that I knew everything, that I saw all the sexting and photos she would send him. Not the whole contents of their conversations, but enough to see that they were at it like there was no tomorrow. She played victim, bawling, claiming that she needed sex, and I countered that I had been doing everything in my power to revive the passion between us, but she would be distant with me and kill the mood every single time. She begged for forgiveness. Begged that I would keep quiet about this. Begged to be my wife again. And I, in my strong love for her, forgave her. But there were conditions. No more aggressions. She would give me the same time and attention I gave her. Fast forward to last week. The relationship has been slowly improving for a while, but I noticed she was stressed and anxious. So, fearing the worst again, I talked to her. She was trying to see me as her husband, not as just a friend. She was trying not to hurt me anymore, but had done some aggression to me since then. She said that I was too good for her. She had me on a pedestal, that she did not deserve me. I told her that I still loved her, and she immediately countered that she couldn't. By now, you may have noticed that she is in fact emotionally unstable. Anyways, she suggested that we separated for a while. I agreed and I moved in with my parents. Strangely enough, she did not take this well. The kids suffered a lot, but we kept them cool with a soothing speech about daddy and mommy's self-healing and efforts to improve our relationship. They are smart and got it quite quickly. And now today, I went home to see the kids for a bit. The wife tried to get me to sleep the night on our bed, but I told her it was not possible. She apologized for everything in front of the kids. She did not mention the infidelity, but admitted that she had hurt daddy deeply. Begged for forgiveness once again. I took the kids to their rooms and kissed them goodnight. Then we spoke again. When I mentioned something about her swimsuit Instagram pictures, I had a very poor choice of words, and instead of being encouraging to help her break the cycle of abuse she was submitting us to, it turned against me. I apologized, but she asked him to leave. On my way out, it happened. Remember my daughter's hatred. My daughter stopped me from leaving and asked me if I was okay. I explained what had transpired and explained myself. Fear, jealousy, and a broken heart were the triggers for what I said, and that I had hurt mom. My daughter countered, "Has she hurt you?" I couldn't answer, but she saw it on my face, in my eyes. And that's when she told me she had to tell me something that she had kept secret for almost 2 years. She knew! She had seen the texting while riding on the car with her mom, while going with her on a concert of the guy. She even met him. What? I was away at work, breaking my back making sure food would always be on the table. My daughter's words. She had even confronted her mother on this. She knew this was beyond wrong, but my wife would counter, saying it was her imagination, and that this would cause a misunderstanding between mom and dad that would end up in an ugly divorce. That's why she kept quiet for almost 2 years. This truly broke my soul. I couldn't talk to my wife today. I felt that I would say or do something that I could regret. I know that my wife grew up on a troubled household. Her parents are people you cannot count on. Her elder sisters, as unstable as she is not a bad person and has done her best to be a good mom. I believe in second chances. I, myself, have been given one when I almost died years ago. Boring story of a close encounter with the Grim Reaper. I want to forget this and forgive my wife. But I have told my daughter that her mom needs to change. And that takes time. Daughter has asked me if I can take her with me. I will. But first I need to check with my lawyer. I, on the other hand, need help. Would probably get a therapist real soon. I am considering divorce, but am not sure, as you already know. I have told my kids that I will always be right next to them when they need me. What do I do with the hatred my daughter has for her mom? Should I also tell the musician's family of his transgressions? Thank you for making it this far. Update 1 at all. Thank you for the overwhelming support and advice. Save for a single unhelpful comment. She cut off ties with the AP. I'm not in the US. Laws here would be on my side on matters related to money and property. Infidelity is the keyword for lawyers. Laws favor the mother in regards to custody. At a certain age and approved by a judge, kids can choose who they want to live with. I know that my daughter will choose me without skipping a beat. My son, dunno. Hopefully he will follow Big Sis's example. I'll meet with a lawyer and explore my options. Some have suggested that I rat out the musician. I would rather bid my time. But I have already located his adult daughter. I will probably show her the evidence. But this is last on my list. My priority now is therapy. So I'm already searching for one that can see me during these crazy times due to Corona. Update 2: AP daughter will never know. Not from me. I have removed this from my list. Update 3: it's been weeks and a lot of things have happened. All of those who have provided support and advice. Thank you. Daughter and I are going to therapy. Wife is too. Don't know the details, but she wants to keep me informed. She seems to genuinely want to rebuild our marriage. Lawyer gave me my options. I will consider them after I go through my therapist. Update 4: this will be my last updated for a long time, or the last one ever. I informed AP wife a long time ago. Long before this update today, she just reached out to me. She felt ready to talk. Things exploded on the AP face. Karma did its thing. AP is in trouble now. My daughter has decided to forgive her mother, her decision, and I respect it. She won't forget what her mom did, and she clearly explained this to her mom. It's like mom will be on indefinite parole. Wife has allowed her actions speak for her. She has changed and behaves like the woman I married. She has shyly hinted that we could get back together. Good for her. But I'm not convinced. So, I will observe her. Meanwhile, I will go back to school, finish my degree, work out, and focus on me. And if I meet someone, well, we'll see. I feel a lot better. Life is too short for me to linger on the pain. Time to be happy. Thank you all and take care.